Hey guys, so I said that I'd be making a video about just what it's been like for me on the server as a player, or as a staff member, or just as another member of the community, given I've known so many of you guys for a pretty long time now, most of my high school life I'd say, and a lot of you asked some pretty good questions as well, and most of which I should be answering pretty shortly. But before I do, I think I wanted to just kind of mention a little thing about the server, that at least why I think I stayed around, and I'm not sure if anyone asked this. We'll find out soon enough. But when I first started playing CSG, I think it's the real first time I connected with people. My friend Adam actually showed me the server, and I brought along a few people, but overall, the connections I've made out of everything have been some of the biggest connections I've ever made, and maybe I'll make bigger ones. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So my friend Andre, or Starnator, he's recording this, and he's going to be reading out some of the questions that you guys asked. And he's going to start right now.
Did you know anything about Chicken's personal life? Asks Iron Sword.
Iron Sword. Hey, Iron. I think you're Iron Dragon. To be honest, I'm not too sure. So first of all, I just kind of want to mention that it was fun messing around. Not messing around, but having to deal with you and Tech Knows It All back in like 2014, and then him getting banned and you getting banned. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But I do know a decent amount about Chicken's personal life. Not because he's shared it with me, rather PV and I. And yeah, PV and I, we found out a lot about him unintentionally. Just through some apps, just general research. We wanted to know who we were working for. Out of respect, I'm not going to share that information with you. But yes, we did.
Iron Sword also asks, were there times when you just wanted to resign?
Absolutely. I think that some of that was probably due to the old prison, and not particularly because of any member or any direct instance, rather the amount of stress that it caused with all of the nonsense, really, and all the unnecessary drama with, I would want to say, the big prison gangs, and you know what I'm talking about. Next question.
How do you feel now that the server is closed?
I wanted the server to close for a long time, but I never really shared that, and I wasn't willing to do anything to push for that. Obviously, I wanted the server. I always wanted to push for the server to either stay or expand. But now that it is gone, it feels like a part of me, and just, yeah, a part of me is kind of gone at that point. Next question.
Extreme TG asks, what will you do now?
Obviously make videos for random Minecraft kids. And next thing you know, I'm going to be the next guy that does Minecraft. I don't even, to be honest, I don't even know who that is. I never really got into YouTube videos, but for the most part, I think I'm just going to enjoy my summer, deal with my last year of high school, hang out with the friends that I have, and see what happens.
Jackie the Chicken asks, will you continue to play Minecraft?
No. Next question.
Have you made relationships with any other players on the server that will be held forever?
Good question. There are definitely some relationships friendships, whatever you want to call them, that I thought would last forever, and I wanted to last forever, especially. But that people disconnect. That's what I can say. But I can say that there are at least 2 people I know, and I will say their names because both are important people in my life, even now, as weird as that may be. And that would be Mojo or Thomas and Charlotte.
Or Marmite Cake.
Or Marmite Cake, yeah, sure. The redhead. Next question.
What do you plan to do after graduating high school?
Well, I think other than enjoying my summer, I want to either start working towards, obviously getting a degree. I would want to major in some psych field, or start to work towards getting, I guess, my teaching license to work with kids from, say, kindergarten to 3rd grade, including special ed.
Mojo asks, what are your favorite servers?
Probably Hunger Games and Factions. And the reason behind that is obviously just a lot of nostalgia. Next question.
Favorite prison player?
I can't answer that question. They know who they are.
Favorite prison moment?
Probably when Moose was working on one of the new S ranks and it got griefed. I don't know why, but I enjoyed the fact that it wasn't me, and it wasn't my fault. Next question.
Least favorite staff member?
Other than one I can't share, Charchi MC, because he is a dickbag. Next question.
Most memorable moment on the server?
Skip that question.
Who do you think was the most hated person on the server?
Obviously the administrator, Detta, he's kind of a faggot.
Yeah, I agree.
Next question.
What did you feel of the Star and Moose relationship?
I think that if it was a genuine relationship, based off of the chemistry that they had, I would have been okay with it. But the way they went about it and how open and cringy it was, it just made me feel kind of sick. Next question.
Most memorable moment on the forums? I can answer this one. When you got trial mod.
It was either that or when Chicken gave me forums admin on my birthday.
That was on your birthday?
It was, and that very morning.
Nice.
He's just going to the next questions. And skip Marmite Cake because
Yes.
she's not important.
Biggest icons of CSG?
And so I remember who asked this question, and no offense to you, Awaken, but CSG shouldn't be about icons. The idea of having an icon or this head to represent CSG is probably one of the reasons that everyone was fighting. The egos, the hunger for power, that is what causes and has caused so much of this drama. Next question.
Spike Hike asks, why did you pick me as staff?
You were quiet, reserved, and you seemed like you had common sense. Now, I don't know too much about you, but I don't regret giving you staff. Next question.
Did the server overwhelm you at times? Yes. Moving on.
Yes.
Who do you believe is the most toxic player ever in CSG? Basically the same question as before.
I gotta answer that one, but I can't answer it fully because, they're dicks. But, old player, prison player, was friends with Pink. I'm not gonna say who. And no, Derpy, it's not you. Alright? You can be annoying, but you are not the most toxic.
Speaking of Derpy, he asks, what is the dumbest idea you've had?
The dumbest idea that I've
Yeah.
had? Recommending a player for staff, but I can't say who.
Who do you think is the dumbest player?
The dumbest player? God. Other than Marmite Cake? I'd probably have to say... There was this kid named, like, SuperBro2000. He constantly joined the forums with new usernames like XXAdmin XX, XX Owner XX, and bumped his own mod application, and then denied it after we checked his IP. He's just the only one I can remember so far.
Most annoying CSG problem?
Problem? God. Given the amount of bugs on CSG, that's a really hard question. I would have to say the bots were for some time. That's really about it.
Will you ever staff on a different server?
No. Next question.
Were you aware staff were giving people IPs out? People's IPs.
I'm aware of certain staff giving IPs out, and another staff member and I actually contacted Shicking about that. And his statement was, they seem to not be doing too much harm. Let's see how it goes. Or something of the sort. I'm paraphrasing, but I couldn't do anything about it.
Did you actually care about people crashing creative?
Yes and no. It depended on the time that they crashed creative. But if I was on and they did, intentionally, I would have cared, yes.
Did you connect to anyone on the server? Next question. Ever consider resigning earlier?
That question was asked previously, I believe. Not by him, but
Earlier.
earlier. Yeah,
Yes, that was asked.
maybe, yeah.
Were you aware I made all of the hacked clients, says Derpy Latios?
No, but don't stroke your dick out too much. We get it. You did some bad stuff.
Least favorite... this was asked.
Okay.
Why did you and other mods unfairly ban me multiple times? And don't say you did, because you did, says Steeler fan.
You know, Steeler, we used to Skype every once in a while, and I believe this dude who's recording was in a few of those calls. I don't believe you unfairly banned. Other than one time. Jack1505 banned you because Elsh wanted him to. That I can say.
I hope Australia submerges underwater!
To be honest, I like a lot of Australians, just like their attitudes, so I wouldn't be too okay with that. And I think that'd be the end of the questions. So, to end this, I think I really just want to say that when you're not on the server anymore, and you think back on it, you shouldn't look back on it as this toxic waste dump filled with, well, you should look back to 2013, 2014. And while we had the players who sucked up, who were diehard for staff, at least everyone were able to somewhat get along. Maybe not to the best degree, but they did. And don't take the connections you make here for granted, because when you're on a server and even online, the connections you make aren't based off of sight or just from general viewing. It's from thoughts. It's from hearing what people have to say, understanding them to such an extent that you, just this voice, want to connect with them. That's the rawest type of connection you can have. Losing that can be something else. And that's it.